this is now a right. I've seen this as the board of supervisors for a number of years. It's the, oh my God, we feel terrible, we have to be more transparent. And then we go back to quarterly meetings, the Blue Ribbon Commission, all those recommendations have sort of sifted into the other hundreds of recommendations. And the question is, are we doing a very good job? And I think that the answer is we're not. We're not. And the Antelope Valley is a challenge, and we should ask ourselves if we don't want to put kids in harm's way, do we really want to, where we can't staff a child office or the hospital or anything else, we want to move a jail there to take women from here up there so that their children are left with who knows who in terrible situations. So I would ask you to think long and hard about what's embedded here. And let's move away from further mistakes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. My name is Carla Glade, and my daughter committed suicide on Monday, and she is a victim of the court system. The CPS, the attorneys, the judges, all who are using the court as a venue to commit crimes against the people. And I am so sick of this. We were in court for so long, and all I saw churning over and over again about CPS taking kids away from their families in order to make a buck off of them. And the children's attorneys, the whole system, the whole court system right now is used as a venue to human traffic our children into the court evaluators, the doctors that prescribe medicine to them, the CPS, the attorneys, all of that. And you are the gatekeepers, and you're letting it happen. This is happening in your district. And I have called your office, Sheila Kuehl, many times because of this crap in the court case. In my court case, and you know it, and you guys have hung up on me and everything. I had millions of dollars stolen from me, but now you took my daughter's life. And none of these remedies that you're saying, they're not going to help anything. Because what's going to help is for you to get the hell out of our kids' lives, not to be taking them through CPS. CPS doesn't know what the hell they're doing. You're killing our children. You're ruining our lives because once you take the children out of the homes, they never feel safe again, even when they get back with their parents. I never felt safe after you took my kids were taken, and my kids were delivered back to the emergency command response team from Michael Antonovich because they were wrongfully taken after 2 years of me going through court. But you ruined our lives. Now my daughter is dead because of you. Shame on you for using children to make money off of. Shame on you. That's disgusting. And you're sitting back there not doing anything. I want to acknowledge Supervisor Solis for helping me in one part that you didn't do. She helped me recently, and I appreciate that. But shame on all of you. Get the kids out of the CPS system.
We're sorry for your loss.
Quit killing them.
Thank you for being here. Next speaker.
Hi, my name is Trujillo. AB 1909 was basically written by the government, by Governor Brown, and yet she passed it because district attorneys would basically work with police officers and cover up crimes of child abuse. And I started doing some research, and I came today, we have a couple things on the board. We have number 11 for child abuse cases. Teachers can open the cases of kids of child abuse. Number 19 says we're going to open a savings account for kids, and the government wants to know.
Mr. Trujillo, this is not public comment on the agenda items.
Okay, the agenda today.
This is just on number 28.
Number 28, basically what it is, this kid basically, it was sad because we have 19,000 government employees, police officers that protect our kids. We have 400 judges in LA County, 47 courts in LA County. We have 88 cities in LA County. Everybody's protecting everybody's back, and no one's looking at the kids. We're playing a game here. We're looking at a powerhouse. Now we're saying, look at the subject. My uncle, his great-granddaughter got killed in 2005. Same situation. Nobody talks about it. But you know what? Her name was, I believe it was Jasmine Avalos. And it happened in our valley. So we're still looking. Everybody's covering everything up. I heard Mrs. 5th District say, you know what? 30 years I've never seen this. You know why? It's a cover-up. Everybody doesn't want no one to know the truth. If there's cases, people come here and complain to me. I'm sitting there going, why are we paying deaf ear to real problems in the society? We have kids that are actually suffering, and now we want to open a program to help teachers looking to abuse kids in our government. It's done. This project was put together by Allen County Board of Supervisors. Please. And you guys are over here mingling around with other projects. Stop it. Let's look at the real issue. There's a kid, he died, and no one's going to jail. Interesting. Please.
Next speaker, please.
Woo, that's one to beat. But systematically, as you heard, a system that's out of control. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. And you heard Nash's opinion. Just a thought. Oh, poor kid died. Well, that's not the issue. The issue is the system failed. Period. Straight to the point, blank. It's done. Now, how do you fix the problem? Are you problem solving, or are you just going to give us your opinion? Oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry, it's so right? Is that all you're going to do? Listen to the whimpering of children? Well, I know what it's like to work along with children. I got over 22 years experience, and never have I failed to produce and be in the LA Times about my accountability on the job. So, your system failed, those social workers failed, and those 2 kids are dead. The same way where I live, and I see a moron get in his car, smokes a pot every day, drink a beer, and then drag his kids out every morning at 3 o'clock, puts them behind the wheel, and sends them home to, Mommy, Mommy. And that's coming back to you, Ms. Hahn. I'm bringing this complaint strictly to you to see if you can enforce it. You don't put children in a home, foster home, along with an adult who's now an adult. You separate the 2 categories. Otherwise, this is a problem that can happen. It's out of control. And yes, I'm very stern, I'm very emotional, I'm very supportive. But again, 5502 Building 2 on K Street, Hilda Solis, deal with hugs and deal with $30,000 of what we must do
Thank
to
you.
prevent systematically.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Thank you, everybody. You know, it's sad that we actually do need child protective services. Board member Ms. Hahn, you made a good point. I disagree. Not all social workers are in it because they love children. Some of it are in it for the nice starting salary. Having said all that, for Jasmine and Anthony and Gabriel, dated Bailey, Viola, Angela, Jonathan Reed, and my mother, I'm sorry, LA County, every child dead. DCFS did have their hand in it. The system needs to be fixed. How do we fix it? If you want to keep trying to fix it in this room and not involve the Angelinos like me, I'm a great mother. I have never ever been accused of abuse, neglect. LA County has no jurisdiction in my life. I have no drug issue. I have no undiagnosed or untreated mental illness. I have a son that was suicidal, a son that's institutionalized. My son here is suffering from severe PTSD because DCFS doesn't have a clue of what they're doing. Involve Angelinos. You need to fix the system. You're not going to fix it if you don't involve families because you're trying to help children. You have to involve the families. And this overreaction and electronic recording and all this stuff is not going to save the next child that dies when LA County is involved in that family. Yes, the system needs to be fixed. How do we fix it? That is the question we need to ask, and you need to just leave this room and involve the families in LA County if you want to fix it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Wow.
My name is Mary Jacobs, and I know you're like beating yourselves around the head to know this happened on our watch. Things happen, you shouldn't blame yourself because I really think there's sometimes more harm than good when the children are put in foster homes. And I've heard of a case where a child was put in a foster home and he was killed.